Ice cream, logical cream, flavors. Let's make a move, get away, what's your flavor? Tell me what it is again. What you like, get it twice, what's your style? Let's get crazy, let's get lit, let's get wild. Take you out, show you off, what's your flavor? Tell me what it is again. Anywhere in the world, take you mild. Show me the real, you go and let it out. Your flavor, vanilla mix on brown cones, rainbow sprinkles on your AP two-tone. I ain't about materials, it's habitual for the infinity to get spiritual. I ridicule your decisions in the specimen. Make guys like me had to step up, be the better man. Baby, I know your flavor, green apple colored gators. I ain't a rich man yet, I'm gathering data. I'm saying.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Icon, and we here on 95 South TV, season 1, episode 2. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity to be able to get on this platform, the DuPont Network, Village Global Network, with executive producers Kimmy K, Senior G. So we got my man, my right hand man in the building. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it with nobody else but my man Jacob the Great. What's going on, fam?
Oh man, what's up, man? Happy Saturday to all out there in TV land, man. We here to bring you the best news, stories, backstories with remarkable people that make the world go round. You know, the working class people, the common people that strive so hard to make where we live in the U.S. a better place. So that's why we here.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, man, let's get into this first topic. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you always throw the first pitch, like always, man. So just,
All right, man.
let's get into it.
The first topic is Sean Diddy sugar cones.
hey, hey, bro, listen. It's funny you say that. So I was listening to um, Biggie's first album because the 30th anniversary was last week of Ready to Die.
Mm-hmm.
And people, it's been theories that Big could have been gay back in the day too, because some of the stuff he said. So everybody know the famous line, "You look so good, I'll suck on your daddy's whatever." You know what I'm saying? So I thought about this other line he said in the Dreams of R&B when he said I F RuPaul before I mess with one of them escape girls. You know what he said, whatever. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, hold on, big, hold on, man. You gonna tell me you'll knock off RuPaul? She probably, RuPaul was the first ever what you call transgenders or whatever that's
Mm-hmm.
out there. You gonna knock
Right.
that off or cross reference or whatever you want to call them? You gonna hit that before? Nah, B, you tripping now. You know what I'm saying? I said, Big did say a couple of suspect lines back in the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we're gonna talk about the digging. Worldwide. P Diddy got the seed to nobody, got the key to nobody's city right now. So Diddy, you've been running for 30 years, man, doing what you wanted to do, man, and now you done mess with the wrong people and man, I just read a report where they got him on suicide watch, man.
Yeah, I heard that, but I'm gonna say this about that. Just out of I'm not saying if it's true or not,
Allegedly,
but I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
just
say
say this.
allegedly.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this about that. From my understanding, suicide watch is normal to put somebody up under, especially in a person like a Diddy situation. Like they had to do it for R. Kelly. I think they had to do it for Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times when people go to jail, like I think in Tory Lanez, I think a lot of times when celebrities go to jail like that, they automatically put them under suicide watch because they know they going from a certain lifestyle situation, whatever, to this environment or whatever. So yeah, so I do believe that. I'm not saying he will or won't try to commit suicide. He probably have thoughts of it at this point, but I think it's normal just to not I'm gonna give him that much. Like I ain't gonna throw him under the bus on that to say, oh dang, did he trying to kill himself? That's normal in jail when they put you in jail to put you on a suicide watch when you're a celebrity. So I
But
just want
but
to
but but you
you
know,
know.
we speaking on Diddy, man, brother love, Diggler, whatever you want to call him, or, Sean, Lucky Combs, Honeycombs, Sugar Combs, Sean, Vanilla Wafers, whatever you want to call him, man.
Not vanilla wafer. Not vanilla wafer.
I mean, I
Yeah, man.
mean, I mean, man, it's just crazy, man. He been in this business for over 30 years, man, and some of the people who gave him these deals, like the major companies gave him the distribution deals and stuff like that, man. Like we can't even speculate that they didn't know what's going on because, from what I'm understanding, a lot of them people was at the famous Diddy parties, quote unquote. You know what I mean? So, um, I, it's
Okay, now stop. Now stop right there. Stop right there for a second. Let me give you the names real quick, brother. That some of the people that's supposed to be, I guess, subpoenaed or a part of the case. I don't know what involvement they are in, but these are the people that's going to be at some point witnesses or said to be at the parties. Whatever their involvement is, I don't know. So let's start. We got Steve Stout, we got Russell Simmons, we got Eve, Aaron Hall, Jay Z, Beyonce, Rick Ross, Stevie J, Dr. Dre, Usher, Meek Mill, Drake, LeBron, The Game, Justin Bieber, Lil Rod, Cuba Gooden Jr., Young Miami, Daphne, Daphne Joy, whoever that is, Bishop T.D. Jakes,
that's
Chris
50 Cent baby
Brown.
mama.
Oh, okay. Chris Brown and Jade Ramey. I don't know who that is. But somebody made a good point. They ain't had no white people on this list, which is some bullshit. We know some white folks with that party. But so that's the people. What's up, Jeff Brown? Salute you back, man. For thanks for tapping in with us. But yeah, so that's the people that's on the list, dog. I don't know what involvement, whatever. You know what I mean? None of my business. But hey, that's the people that's involved in it. That's going to be involved in this indictment.
Just to name a few, but it's gonna be much more because he's been throwing parties for 30 years, bro.
Exactly.
He been telling people take that, take that, take that.
Exactly. Hey, it's funny when Big said on the album, when he said on that one song, he said some line, he said, "Bad boy behind me." I said, "Boy, that's a pause moment in 2024. You can't say nothing behind me." Big said a lot of suspect stuff on them albums back in the day, and I said, "Woo, boy, oh, okay, I don't know now." But yeah, but it's looking bad for him. Like I was listening to some guy the other day on the internet, and he said if even half the stuff is he get indicted on or get convicted of, he probably looking at the minimum 15 to 20. You know what I'm saying? And
Right,
because
right,
they got
right.
stuff like arson in there, they got racketeering, arson, kidnapping. Man, they got all kind of it's only 3 charges, but the charges got all this stuff wrapped up in it. And it's like heavy duty charges. So they saying
Um,
he got
um,
they
they
looking
got sex trafficking in there. They got endangering, individuals, body harm. A lot, like you said, a lot of stuff in there, man. So, um, I just feel sorry and bad for his daughters, his young daughters. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Um, they lost their mama, and there's been so much speculation on his involvement in that as well, and even the speculation on him having to do with Jamie Foxx and Albie Shore, and people saying that everybody that used to work at Uptown, everybody is deceased except for Male Love, which just
Mhm.
was one of the A&Rs. And I interviewed him a while back, man, and that topic was life after Diddy, and boy, listen, whew,
Well, we need to have him back on. We need to have him on. We need to have him on 95 South.
yeah, man. So but I don't know, Icon. I just know a lot of times when people put you on this stratosphere and you try to cut them out the equation, it's gonna end up bad.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
So
oh yeah. That's you think about what happened to the Tiger Woods. But before we get into that, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Well, what Stoops used to say back in the day on one album. We're gonna take a quick chronic break. You know what I'm saying? We'll be right back in 2 seconds. Okay, we back. We back here on 95 South TV. Your boy Icon E, my man Jacob the Great, DuPont Network, VGN, Village Global Network. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but yeah, that's kind of what happened to Tiger Woods. When Tiger Woods started paying them women off, you know what I'm saying? So, he got caught up on that, and the women started to turn on him when he didn't want to pay for cars and houses no more.
Right,
And at the time he was a billionaire himself, like Diddy. So,
right, right,
yeah, that's what happened, when you go down that road. But I knew this was gonna happen. As soon as he paid Cassie, I said, "Oh, he done messed up. That's the worst thing Diddy should have done." When he paid, well, I don't know what he paid her. Nobody never know. They were saying she sued for 30 million. I don't think she got 30 million, but whatever she got, they said it was probably more like eight, like between 5 and 10. But whatever she got, he paid her way too quick. He should have played that off and waited about a year or something, or drug it out a little bit longer. You paid her like 24 hours later. You know what I'm saying? That was crazy. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, man, but we gonna see, man. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna interesting to see who he's gonna take down with him. You know, you know. I mean, I kind of figure if him and R. Kelly made a album together, I feel that like they might call it helicopter love. I don't know.
Helicopter. Hey, they might call it backdoor.
Man, I don't know, man, but I just know this right here, man, that it ain't looking good for him, man. It ain't looking good for
Man.
him, and it's like, man, all them pictures you got with them fellas, and ain't nobody come to your rescue. But we already know why Meek Mill came to your rescue. We know why. Malika Mill came to your rescue. You know what I mean? So
And I
so
see
so
something about a lawsuit for $1 million with Meek Mill involved in it. I don't know if he was suing Diddy for $1 million, or I was trying to get the story on that one. I don't know if you heard about it, but
yeah, but
yeah,
I,
that
I
that
seen
that
his
one that
Twitter.
one was.
I seen his ex account where he said you really can't believe everything. I seen him in Boozy and people winning on Boozy for saying what he said. But I think Boozy just need to kind of chill out and be quiet because you already got enough heat on you right now, man. So like you shouldn't even want no involvement, say nothing about that. Like for real, for
Hmm.
real.
Hmm.
But back to more breaking news and entertainment news. We have suffered the loss of legendary, guitarist, singer, iconic, um, entertainer, um, family member of, entertainment's first royalty family, as we would say, the Jacksons,
Hmm.
and from the legendary group, the Jackson Five, and our heart and prayers go out to the Jackson family. It lost to Tito Jackson, and so, man, I was just looking at some documentaries, man. They was like, man, if you look back into it, it is what Jackie said. If we really look at it, without Tito, it wouldn't be a Jackson Five. He started it, man. He the one who
Hmm.
snuck in and stole Joe's guitar and just learned how to play it on his own. It's like
Hmm.
he used to watch everything Joe and his uncle did because they had a band, and he just used to watch them have the jam sessions at the house in the garage and picked up on everything, wrote stuff down, and just was sneaking in and practicing while Joe was at work. And of course, his mama let him do it because she seen what he can do.
Hmm.
After a couple times, and he said they said of course Joe tightened him up, but after he tightened up, he said, I want you to learn every song on the radio and play it, and don't miss
Hmm.
no chords because you know what's gonna happen if you miss some chords. So, you
Hmm.
know, with that being said, they say he would go over the harmonies, with the other brothers. Michael was still young then, and said they just developed that. So once they hear Michael sing at that school play, Climb Every Mountain, they was just said their mouth was open, jaw drop, and
Hmm.
said a lady told them, since you all brothers and you sing now, They said we the Jackson. He said no. She said no. Y'all should be the Jackson Five.
Yeah.
Especially with the little one. And, he's the fifth member. So why not call it
Hmm.
Jackson Five? So this has been a real shock, a real talk of entertainment on the passing of Tito Jackson, man. So, what do you feel about the passing of Tito Jackson?
Well, I know we always made jokes that people like you the Tito Jackson of the team, or you the Tito Jackson of the group, or but well blah blah blah. But the one thing I always felt, since the time that we had, Greg Williams and Switch, and we had the guys from Curtis Mayfield's group, and I always felt like the background guys are just important, and sometimes even more important than the singer. Or just the singer may sound be the face, like Michael Jackson was the face of the Jackson Five, but he wasn't the sound of the Jackson Five. If that
Right.
makes sense,
It
you know
does.
what I'm
It does
saying?
because Tito, they I've seen an interview that he did, and him and Jackie, and it was on there. They was talking about, yeah, Big Bro Tito. Tito is the one who come up with all the harmonies in the middle. Even said even when Michael was doing his solo thing, even though he had producers, when the producers make the track, he sent it over to Tito and asked him how that sound. What you
Hmm.
think? You know what I'm saying? And they said if Tito kind of approved it, you know what I mean? Michael's like, okay then. You know what I'm saying? And they said, and he still played chords for Mike. You know what I mean? So, they was like, he really made a ton of money behind the scenes, man. Because
Hmm.
normally if you play an instrument, then you can be a producer. You know what I mean? Cause
Yeah.
it's so many people that hire these professional guitar players that just come in and really put some extra on what the producer has already made them. You know what I'm saying? So that rhythm, that lead, and that bass is very important when it comes to instrumentation. When you try to get a full song, when you want the song to kind of really grab them, with the live percussion instruments and the guitar sound. So um, I think, man, that you know, he definitely a legend, and no matter what, how we look at it, people always are going to love the Jacksons. People are always going to love the Jackson Five. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I say, that it's going it's going to be something that's going to be amazing, and I feel like Janet might even do something, a whole project with her and all her brothers on it, and single out some of the solos that Tito had when he was playing guitar. So that's just something, because Janet always think outside the box anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, my thing is basically when it comes to it's funny to me because anytime an artist like Tito, Michael Jackson, we could probably name other artists that they were trying to make a comeback, that they would always have these untimely deaths, which will
Yeah.
always with me and Tay used to always kind of like laugh about it, like, dang, like man, like they just about to put an album out, and like it's like every time somebody try to make a comeback and they've been gone for like 10, 15 years, whatever. They try, and then I seen Tito Jackson, he was on, I think, Vlad, I want to say last year or earlier this year, and he was doing an interview and he was talking about he was finally gonna put out a solo album or whatever. He been working on it, been thinking about it for years, and he finally was gonna put something out. I don't know if he ever did or didn't.
I think he did. I think he didn't go into R&B and the pop way. I think it's a blues soul album, because that's what his daddy them had, a blues band. You know what I mean?
Got
So
got
so
you,
so yeah. So I think he did though. But I had seen that him and Jermaine, and I think it was him and Jermaine and Marlon. They had been doing a lot of shows together. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
got you,
And sometimes Jackie would appear as well. So you know what I mean?
got you. Well, we're gonna take another quick break, and we'll be right back here on 95 South TV. Okay, we back here on 95 South TV. Once again, you know what I'm saying? It's your boy Icon E, my man Jacob the Great. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into this next topic. All right, now
Next
this is what I
topic.
want to talk about. But
Go
before
ahead.
you get into the next topic, I want to talk about this rich homie Quan mysterious death.
I was just about to
You know
say
what I
that.
mean? Okay, so we thinking alike. So basically, man, it's too many conflicting stories. It's too much weirdness around it. So basically, my understanding, his brother found him in the kitchen on the floor, and he picks him up. He puts him on the couch, but he said he had food in his mouth. He thought that was weird, but he just put him on the couch. So to me, I'm thinking like if my brother would be sitting there with food in his mouth, and I know he's probably intoxicated or whatever, I'm gonna wake him up and be like, "Bruh, what's going on? What's up, man? Like you got food out come out your mouth or whatever." I'm not gonna just lay him down on the couch and walk away like it's normal or whatever. That's not normal under any circumstances for somebody to be asleep and food coming out their mouth unless it's a baby. The only time you see that is when baby be with their eyes closed like a newborn, sleeping. They still kind of like chewing or whatever, or sucking on the bottle or whatever. You know what I'm saying or whatever. So that's the only time you kind of see that in that situation. But it just was weird. And then his girlfriend comes in the room, and then she's like, "Oh, I just put a blanket on him." It was like what she said was like 3, 4, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And no, yes, she said it was 6:45 in the morning. She was getting the kids ready for school. He's on the couch. She throws a blanket on him. Then comes back at 11, and he's still asleep. She touches him, and he's cold. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna say this, but I've told you this before. For people that don't know, when my grandmother passed away or whatever, I was the one holding her hand as she took her last breath. So she went from a warm body to when they say cold, I'm not talking about cold when somebody just touch you and you're like, oh, you feel cold. I'm talking about icebox cold. That's how cold a person get that quick after death. As soon as they take that last breath, within 5 to 10 seconds, their body goes ice cold. So to me, that should have to me, I don't know if he was already dead when she put the blanket on him the first time, but it's just to me, this whole thing seems very, very weird. You know what I mean? So what's your thoughts?
Well, my thought of his untimely death and the demise of his life is entertainers, rappers, up and coming musicians, up and coming entertainers. Drugs is not the way.
Mm-mm.
Drugs is not the way. And the epidemic of this new Molly, this new fentanyl, and you're crushing it up in other stuff, and then you're drinking heavy alcohol with it, and and a lot of you guys have other sicknesses already where you shouldn't be doing any drugs. Like a lot of you guys have high blood pressure, a lot of you guys have diabetes and stuff like that. So how are you going to engage in drugs when you already have a sickness that could kill you anytime? Because high
Mm-mm.
blood pressure and diabetes take people out of here. And so how, man? And I just don't understand. You know, I know a few young men that they said they was partying and they was popping beans and stuff like that, and they didn't wake back up after they went to sleep. So
Mm.
if this has been constantly happening way before you young guys was born, and it's been happening, there's stories out there that it happened. Like, why do this lifestyle constantly take over their mental capacity, their mindset? I just don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like I don't. It seemed like this generation does the opposite of even learning from our mistakes. They make the same mistakes we make at double time, even worse. And theirs come with more of a lack of respect and a lack of like they don't even have compassion for their own communities anymore. You know what I mean? And to me, I think, I'm gonna tell you what bothers me, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there because now we on a major platform now. So I'm gonna put it out there because I've been waiting for this for a long time to say this. I don't look at Vlad as a culture vulture because he's been in the culture for a while. But I do do look at Vlad as somebody who's basically feeding off of and feeding into and feeding off of this culture that you see in Chicago and Florida and Louisiana and Detroit and New York off this drill music and these guys glorifying to glorifying the talking about the dead and the dead people and all this, their dead ops and all this kind of stuff. And every week I turn around and he has these different guys on his platform telling their story about who they're beefing with, and then he wants to come out and say, well, "Won't you just move away?" Or do you feel like you could sit down and talk with them? And I'm just like, Vlad, do you know if you're giving somebody this much kind of attention, that they're going to just feed more into the attention and feed more into what they're doing? They're not going to want to walk away from it. They're going to want to feed more into it, especially if they're getting a check off of it. Because when you put them on your platform, you have your platform, the numbers go up, whether it's their music numbers, their social media numbers. They're going to not engage in all of this when they know this is a pathway to get money. You know what I'm saying? So this what I don't like about it is I get every now and then having different people on to talk about when things happen, like like with the FBG Duck situation. Then you trying to kind of get some information. You trying to find out what went on with that. But how you just kind of like one after another, just bringing these guys out that don't nobody know, that nobody care about, and just exploiting their story just for what reason? I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to put that out there.
Right, and
You know what I'm saying? So
Rich Homie was a great artist, man. Had some hits there. You know, people really loved him. People enjoyed his music, man. So it's just unfortunate that this happened to him. You know, I kind of watched some clips of the film when his dad spoke, when DC Young Fly spoke, when Steven Jackson spoke, and talking about his family ties and how Rich Homie Coin's family embraced those guys and how they became more like family than friends. So from what I see, he definitely was raised right. We can't blame the parents on this right here. He was definitely raised right, and he was raised up in the church. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. So um,
mhm.
it's just sad. It's unfortunate, man. So my heart go out to his family. We will definitely gonna keep them in prayer, man, and we're gonna move on to this next topic, man. So
Well, I'm gonna say this before you move on to the next topic. You know how uh Ice and them had too, and Dougie Fresh had the show. That's what lifestyle was. Lifestyle is one song that's gonna be forever. Because lifestyle.
all right, the 95 South TV. So we're definitely talking about things that are happening in the industry, and you know I just want to say that we definitely got to keep people in the industry in prayer, and I think they need guidance, man. I think most of them need a therapist, and there's nothing wrong with going to therapy, but you know we can't be leading the younger generation in the wrong way, and because a lot of guys looked up to this dude. A lot of people loved him. Like a lot of people love Rich Homie Coin. So it's unfortunate situation. So the next topic we want to go to is Fat Man Scoop. Fat Man Scoop. He collapsed on stage. Um, I know he had recently was having some health problems, and he recently had a surgery. And me myself, I don't feel like he should have been on stage. Period. Because when you have the triple gastric surgery, or when you have the lap band surgery, you know, um, it takes you some time to heal. And so, with that being said, I just don't know why he was still on stage. Period. So um, it was unfortunate that Fat Man Scoop collapsed on stage. So,
Well, you got to say about Fat Man Scoop?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Well, you know, we probably have to do this one over, bro.
Yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah, so I don't know when you want to do it. How did you hang out tonight?
I'm not sure. We try to do it first thing in the morning.
What'd you say?
We might have to do it first thing in the morning.
We have to do 2 tomorrow, Monday in the morning.
Might have to.
Okay, so we could do the 911 sports